Malky, you've done mess with the wrong eBay seller. I'm going to tell you guys all about it here on the other side of the break. So without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. Before I begin though, please guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make another video or go live. So here it goes. As you guys may recall, I made a video, and I'll put that video up right here. Link to that video if you're on your smartphone, tablet, or PC. And that is the video where I told you guys I received a return request last week, and the return request was for those two toner cartridges, those two brother toner cartridges that I sent out that were open boxed items. And of course, the return request came back and said both toner cartridges were empty, which I knew wasn't correct. And of course, looking into the situation, this particular buyer had also bought toner cartridges from at least two other sellers, and in two cases left a negative feedback stating that he was sent empty toner cartridges. So it was sort of a recurring theme here. So what I did was I sent him a message telling him certainly we'll be glad to take the return. However, I let him know that we do weigh the cartridges, and we had ways of verifying whether or not the cartridge that he's sending back is the one we actually sent him. And, a good few days went by and no return. The status showed that the buyer never returned the item. And so I just thought that pretty much the message I sent to him was a way to call his bluff. And in this case, they sent the item back. So cool, right? So I received the return today, and I took photos as I went. Of course, I opened the package, and you had the two boxes that I sent him. These are the actual retail brother boxes for these toner cartridges were there. It was the same exact boxes that I sent to this person, which is a good start. We opened the first one, and I immediately noticed something. The toner cartridges that I sent to him did not have a foil pouch at all. I didn't have foil pouches for these. Yet he returned these cartridges back with foil pouches, which is what, for those of you who don't deal with toner cartridges, whenever you receive a brother toner, it's in a metallic, sort of like a tin foil looking pouch that's sealed usually if it's brand new, and it's opened if it's not. And in this case, I didn't even have that when I sold these. So he returned these with these foil pouches, I don't know, to make it look more authentic. I don't know what he was trying to pull, but I opened the other box and it was the same situation. I turned the cartridges over and I found the serial number, and I'll show you guys here in the video, but the serial number didn't match the serial number on the box, nor did it match the serial number on the pouch, which nothing matched. I mean, maybe he put it in the wrong box. Maybe he had it flip-flopped. I checked, and there's no serial numbers. They're very close because I'm sure it's for the same model number toner cartridge, but he certainly didn't send back the same toner cartridge I sent, because the box shows the exact serial number of the toner cartridge that I sent him, and I didn't get that back. And so that confirmed to me that this person was a scammer. The toner was all over, the actual black toner was all over the toner cartridge. I mean, it was just a mess. It was just dirty, nasty. And so I went in and I processed the refund, minus 50%. Now that was kind of my first mistake. In hindsight, what I should have done is went on to ic3.gov and to have contacted eBay with my proof, my photos, okay, and the police report, or the number they give you that's generated when you file a complaint through ic3.gov. And an unwritten policy that eBay has is that they will take a look at the information and they will give you a full refund and take action against the buyer. And it's not in written policy, but there's numerous reps that I've spoken to that have confirmed that this is exactly what they would do for you in that situation. But I didn't go there. In fact, I just used the refund tool, took 50% off, and I contacted them to deal with another issue, which was a negative feedback issue, which was cleared up for me. But I generally don't like reaching out unless I have multiple items to discuss. I said, hey, look, you guys have to look into this guy because, you know, he's not only done this to me, but he's left negative feedback for these other two. I'm surprised he hasn't even bothered leaving me negative feedback. And, you know, this kind of behavior where people are buying stuff and swapping it out and then making it seem like the seller sold them a bad product, you can see that it's a very low probability that someone is going to receive empty toner cartridges from 3 different sellers. The odds are very, very, very low that that's ever going to happen. And so it's more than likely that this person is a scammer, and you guys need to look into it and do something about it. And not just, you know, I don't care if you tell me what you're going to do to this person at all, but you guys need to take action and take this seriously, because this kind of stuff shouldn't be happening on your site. So the rep said that, you know, they're going to do their part to investigate, and they're going to contact me about the $6 shipping credit. Crazy thing is, they try to tell me that, well, because you deducted 50% off the refund, that $6 credit is included in that. And I told them, no, you need to look at your policy. That $6 credit makes no mention at all of the refund tool and any adjustments you make on the refund, which kind of just confirms to me that a lot of the reps just wing it. They don't have a very good grasp of their own policy, which is sad. But you guys got to be on top of policy when you're calling about a situation, and call these agents out when they make a mistake and point out their own policy to them, because they will change course like 180 once you give them their own policy. But I wanted to give you guys, it's time for the block party. And I wanted to give you guys the name of this buyer so you can block this particular individual. Unfortunately, this buyer's username happens to be his name. I'm thinking it's a him, but it is Malky Schwartz. MALKEESCHWARTZ, out of the state of New Jersey. I got to tell you, you know, it's sad, but you guys should block this person. Go into your block buyers list, add this name, and I will post it for you so that you'll see the exact spelling, and block them, because you don't want to deal with someone like this. Maybe now it's toner, but maybe next time it's you know, a shirt. Maybe it's a toaster. You know, whatever you're selling, this guy could be in the market for, and really, you don't want to do business with these type of people. So do yourself a favor, get rid of the risk, add them to your block list. That way you don't have to deal with these kind of characters. Now, there's many more out there, and hopefully we're sharing that information. So of course, comment down below if you've encountered a situation like this, where you have a buyer that's tried to scam you or defraud you. Put that name down below. And I think if enough of us get our block lists to the point where we got a lot of these people on it, they're going to have a hard time buying our products. And you know what? If they're buying from someone else, fine, okay? I think I have the smartest eBay audience and the best eBay audience out there. And I would rather you guys be protected, because you're watching this channel and you're taking time to share the information with each other. So again, block this guy, but also add your own scammers to this comment down below. And that way we can build up our block buyer lists. So I wanted to share a story with you. It's related to returns. And it is one of the weirdest returns that I've ever had before, and I thought I'd share it with you. I also had another toner cartridge return about a week ago, and it was for a TN880 Brother toner cartridge. I mean, the model itself doesn't really matter, but it's what it is. And the person opened a return stating that they put the cartridge in their printer and it wouldn't recognize in their printer, so they actually had to go and buy one locally, and that cartridge worked out just fine. So they opened an item as not as described and did a return on this one. And this one was a new cartridge. So I accepted the return, and I got the return, and it came in a TN 850 brother box. Now, I didn't think anything of it at first. I wasn't really caught on the model numbers. I was just checking, make sure everything was in order. And I went through it and I'm like, okay, I don't see what's wrong with this cartridge. Of course, I don't have the printer to test it on. So I just went through, of course, I checked who this buyer was. They had no, past history with anyone, all positive feedbacks. So I just went in and gave a refund. And as soon as I hit the refund, it dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute. This is an 850 box they sent me. I'm willing to bet this person bought my 880 by mistake, put it in their printer, it didn't work, realized they bought the wrong cartridge, went to their local Home Depot, Staples, or whatever it is, bought the 850, plugged it in, it worked fine, used the story that there's something wrong with my cartridge, and not the story that, hey, we screwed up and bought the wrong one, so they can get out of paying for the return shipping label. And, I'm on the hook for it. So I sent a message to the buyer after I gave him the refund. I said, hey, I think I know what happened. I'm sure they knew, but just in case they didn't know, what you probably did was bought the 880 by accident, and it fit in your printer but didn't work, and you went out, bought another cartridge, the right one this time, and it worked, but you sent me my cartridge, my toner cartridge, back in an 850 box instead of the 880 box that I shipped to you. I said, you put me kind of in a bad position because there's nothing, in my opinion, nothing wrong with this cartridge, but yet I can't sell it in the same way. I said, no worries, but I think that's kind of what happened here. So he replies back to me and says, well, it sounds like it's my mistake. Can I send you the box? Do you need the box? I said, no, don't worry about sending me the box. I'm good. I'll just make this work. So a few days later roll around, and my mail carrier comes to the house, and she gives me this box. And it's the Brother 880 box, has a label. He spent $9.90 on this return label. And it's funny because it was an open box. There was nothing inside it. And the U.S. Postal Service thought they screwed up, and the whatever was inside that box sort of maybe got loose. And they sent me a little apology saying, hey, we're sorry we delivered this box without any contents inside, that type of thing. But I've never seen that before. Why would someone ship me an empty box, go $10 out of pocket when they already got their money back? And I told them, look, don't worry about it. It's a done deal. I just wanted to let you know what may have happened here, even though I'm pretty sure they already knew. Have you ever had a strange return like that before? I just couldn't believe that someone would spend almost $10 to ship me back an empty box. Who does that? Put your comments down below. I want to hear your story about your strangest eBay return. So guys, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully you were entertained, and please do me a favor, block that user. Again, it's MALKEESCHWARTZ, Malky Schwartz, no spaces in between, one name. And let's all block this person, because I think when you try to scam one seller, it's one seller too many, and we need to bond together and make sure that this person has a hard time buying whatever they need in the future. They, in my opinion, have lost their privileges to deal with good sellers like yourself. Regardless of the type of buyer you're dealing with, just remember one thing: flipping ain't easy. And we're going to talk to you guys here really soon. I might have a surprise guest on the show. I'm still working on that. So either we'll have a live stream here this week, or we'll have another episode of whatever I'm dealing with. So thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys here in the next couple days.